I've been thinking a lot about how much confidence it takes to be a freelance designer or a designer trying to get into art licensing, or just a person in the world. But I've been thinking about specifically design and how, all the time we are submitting ourselves and our artwork for jobs, we are submitting our artwork to potential clients, we are submitting our artwork to potential agents, we are submitting our artwork to various partners or hopeful potential partners and hoping that, we can make a connection and earn some money, right? So that takes a lot of confidence to do regularly, and not everyone is blessed with that kind of confidence. So I actually made a video on the subject a couple of years ago for my Earning with Design Studios course. And even though the video is geared specifically to students who I'm hoping, or I'm intending for them to submit their artwork to a design studio, I think that the lessons that are part of the video are really important for any artist who is looking to submit their work and put themselves out there in order to move forward in their career. And so I'm going to show you that video. Like I said, there are references to specifically design studios, but the 4 lessons that are involved are so important for anyone who needs an extra push to get where they're going and to put themselves out there and to do something amazing today. So I hope you enjoy it. In section 5, we're going to be talking about sending out your inquiry emails and what to expect as a response and what to do when you get certain responses, the kind of questions you need to ask studios that you might start working with. But first, I wanted to talk a little bit about the fears you might be having about sending out a pitch email. I understand that it is really difficult to put yourself out there to any potential employer, to send your work, to send your email. Certainly the fear of rejection is very real for most people, and you might feel like you are just not quite ready. You might feel like your artwork is not quite there and you need to, design 5 new pieces before you can submit. You might think your website needs tweaking, it's outdated. Now you've updated your website, you've done your portfolio, your branding suddenly isn't good enough. There's a million excuses you can make before sending out your first pitch email, but I am all about action, and my goal for you is to be sending out an email within a week of completing this course. So in case you need a little pep talk and some positive talk about, why you should just go for it, I am here to help. And I'm gonna do it with 4 cliches that are cliches for a reason. They're super true. So first of all, practice makes perfect. If you haven't sent out many pitch emails before, you are not gonna be great at it at first. It's okay. You can be a little awkward. People understand. No one's judging you on every word that you write. And the more you do it, the better you're going to become at it. So it's best to get those awkward few starts out of the way now and just know that your work is what's speaking the real volumes. Secondly, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So if you think that you're worried about rejection and you don't want to hear a studio tell you that they're not going to be working with you, remember that if you don't send that first email, no studio is going to work with you anyways. So you're really not worse off if you do get a negative response. So you need to put yourself out there in order to move forward. The third cliche is, it's not personal, it's just business. And this is so true. I have worked 10 years in-house and I have seen it all. I've seen the most beautiful designs be passed upon for the most minuscule reasons. In the case of a studio, that might be that they just hired 2 watercolor artists, and even though your watercolors are beautiful, they just don't need another person who works in that medium. which is another reason not to hesitate. But also it could just be that they know their clientele better than you, and they realize that your style is just not gonna quite line up. So it's not personal. Please don't take it personally if you don't get the response you're looking for. Finally, there are plenty of fish in the sea, and this is really true. There are countless studios, and there are more being started every day, and most, if not all of them, are reputable. And even though you might have a few favorites that you really want to work with, if you send out your inquiries and it doesn't come back with what you're looking for, if you don't end up signing on with a studio, try again. Honestly, there are a lot of studios and you can find success with another one. Now we're going to be talking about how to write that sample inquiry email, and then you will be ready to go. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found that helpful and that you can figure out ways to apply those lessons to what you're working on today. Follow me at eSilverDesign on Instagram and subscribe to my monthly newsletter with trends for surface pattern designers at elizabethsilver.com/fresh.